So, friends, Tom here, and I'm going to rank all of the NES launch titles that do not require peripherals to play. And the reason for the exclusion is that I simply do not care enough to figure out how to do that. I have never played those games. I mean, I played Duck Hunt as a kid, but I haven't played it recently, and I'm just excluding the stuff that needs a peripheral. The other preface I want to say before I dive right into this is I found that, playing these early NES games, I have to approach them with a different mindset than I approach a more modern game where like you can just jump in and start doing well and having fun right away. The NES games make you earn it a lot more. There are several titles where like you're just not going to get anything done until you do some initial learning and figuring things out. So it was really frustrating at first, but it pays off once you cross that initial bump, and I'm going to be viewing it through that lens as I'm ranking them. Okay, so excuse me, Clue Land. I actually had a lot more fun playing this than I expected to. Um, Again, it was the first one I played, so I still hadn't really shifted into the you need practice before you can get good mindset. But it's fun to swing around. It's fun to open up the little patterns with the ingots and just add some skill with that. It does go a little bit too fast. I wish it wouldn't ramp it up quite so much so I could have more fun before I get the game over. Um, so yeah, I'd say this is a solid boot here. I enjoyed it. It still had flaws, so that's kind of the very middle of the road. And I'm gonna put Excite Bike up there too. Excite Bike was sort of the same deal. It took a while to be able to even complete the simplest race without crashing. It is fun to learn to use the jumps and maneuver the land. There's some like little tricks you can pull off that are pretty fun. Um, but at the end of the day, there's just not all that much to it. Uh, if you've got 5 minutes to kill, Excite Bike's a pretty good game to spin up, I guess. Gyrobite is D tier. It's slow. If it were faster, I'd bump it up to C. But there's you spend so much time just waiting on stuff to happen. I didn't find the puzzles all that interesting or challenging. It's not a good game. Kung Fu I'm going to put in C tier. Now, I don't really enjoy beat 'em ups in general, and that's probably going to influence how I view it. But again, I didn't feel there was all that much there. You can really punch or kick for most of the time. It does not matter which one you do. Um, I did not have a lot. I had a little bit of fun with it, so that's why it's not D, but I did not have very much. Pinball, I mean, it's pinball, right? You it's exactly what it says on the tin. No one's going to have their time of their lives playing pinball, but it's fun, I guess. You know what? I don't feel good putting this on the same level as Excite Bike and Cuckoo Land. I'm gonna go down to C. But I don't want to put it on the same level as Kung Fu either. Oh, okay. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it, so I'll put it in B. Super Mario Brothers. When I first started, I was going to put this in B, but this this is an amazing game. There is so much variety in the levels. I mean, of course, from a modern perspective, it's hard to appreciate that at times, but there really is, especially compared to all of the other games we have here. It is a wonderful game. Uh, the movement, once you get used to it, is also wonderful. There's a reason it's so popular. Wrecking Crew is also S tier. It doesn't seem to be a very popular game for some reason, but I love it. There is, the puzzles are fun to figure out. There's not that much to it, but the way it fits together makes things complicated and interesting. I had just a lot of fun banging my head against this, trying to figure out a way through. It was really frustrating, but a good kind of frustrating. I think I spent more time on this game than any other game in this list, and I do not regret it. It was time very well spent. If you have not played Wrecking Crew, you should play Wrecking Crew. It is an amazing game. This brings us to the sports games, and I'm not sure what to do about this. Again, I don't enjoy sports games in general, so they're starting out at a disadvantage. And I kind of want to judge them based on what they're trying to do, but at the same time, there's a reason, Super Mario Brothers is remembered forever, and nobody really knows about the NES baseball game, right? So I guess I'm just going to go with my gut, but I know it's definitely not a perfect solution. Maybe someone else who is more into sports games would rank this differently, but it's my video, so I'm going to go with what I think. Baseball, I'm going to call this C tier. No, no, it's D. And the reason for this is just how broken the game is. I tried to go easy on the computer and let it score a point, and it still did not manage to do that. On the flip side, trying to make the ball go where you want it, I still have not figured that out. I feel there's a lot of luck involved on that side. It's just not very fun all around. Golf is better. You know, I still found it the whole rather boring, but the way you control stuff is obvious. I like the various factors that are involved, like, accounting for the wind direction is just a nice little touch that adds variety and makes levels more interesting. Um, it's interesting, I suppose, to work out what sort of club you're going to need. I don't feel I've played enough golf to really wrap my head around that, though, so I can't give it too many points for that. Um, I don't know. I had a little bit of fun, but I still found golf incredibly boring. And tennis, I'm gonna go with B. Um, just because it was like so hard for me at first, and like learning how to play it felt rewarding. The difficulty spread seemed pretty good. It was really annoying when I couldn't even get a single point on the lowest difficulty. But you can tell the difference between one, two, and three, and there's stuff to shoot for if you want to keep going. Um, I feel it's a little hard to predict where the ball is going to go when you hit it and control that. But again, maybe that's just a skill issue. But it's a decent game, so I'm going to call it. And 10-yard fight gets a D, just because I beat it on the hardest difficulty the first time I played it. Most of the game is just incredibly boring. I felt pretty dead inside playing this game. Looking back over it, I did not put anything in A tier, and I'm trying to think if I want to change that. I can't think of anything else I would put up there. Clue Clue Land was fun. It didn't blow me away. Same with Excite Bike. But it would be nice to put those above pinball and tennis. But no, I feel like they're all sort of middle of the road fun. It's fine to ignore them. You're not missing out on anything. So yeah, I think this is it. I did not have any A-list games in the NES launch titles, and I suppose that's fine. After this, I'm going to play the rest of the NES games released in 1985, and maybe there's an A tier in there. Maybe we'll find another S tier. I doubt it. I doubt it. I've kind of looked at the list. Nothing really stuck out to me, but I am open to be wrong. I would be happy to be proven wrong. We will see what happens. I will see you next time with Donkey Kong.